Hi baby, I'm Rachel O'Cool, I'm a pro makeup artist, and today we are completing the eye shape series by showing you how to do eyeshadow, eyeliner, and lashes for your beautiful monolids. I do apologize for the delay on the monolid tutorial. If I'm being honest, I was a little apprehensive to do it. I never want to come off as a white woman telling a person of color how they should do their makeup, and I never want to give off the vibe that I know more than somebody who actually has these features. But also, as a makeup artist, it is my job to know how to do the makeup for anybody who comes and sits in my chair. I have studied the important technique to work with the vast range of features of all ethnicities to be able to do my job properly. So I want to take the knowledge that I learned through makeup school and through studying my favorite Asian makeup artists such as Myung-Sung Lee, Hyung Van Gogh, and Joni San, and share what I have learned with you. But in the future, I do want to, instead of me tell you what to do, give my platform to a makeup artist of color so they can share, because at the end of the day, this knowledge is best shared through a primary source. So I'd rather use my platform in that way. So if you are a makeup artist of color in the Chicagoland or LA area, please let me know. I'd love to have you on the channel. I hope you guys enjoy. And all right, let's get to the tutorial. All right, so this is my beautiful model, Mia, today. Before we get started, I want to give you some info on what a monolid is. So it's basically determined by your epicanthic fold, which is a layer of skin often associated with the height of your nose bridge. So if your nose bridge is more flat than the skin that stretches over that area, it can cover anywhere from just the inner corner of the eye to the entire upper lid. An epicanthic fold that covers the whole lid with no visible crease is considered a monolid. Now, Mia has some visible crease towards the end of her eyes, so it's not a true monolid, but the tutorial still stands, so let's get into it. I'm starting by priming the eyes. I know my babies with monolids struggle with smudging and smearing and transferring, so priming is a great way to keep things in place. Mia told me that she puts primer under her eyes to help with mascara smudging, so that's what I'm doing here as well. So for monolids, I love to ombre from our lightest shade to be near the brow bone, going to our deepest shade near the lash line. So that's the blueprint we're going to be following today. We're going to start with our lightest shade, which is going to be closest to your skin tone. This is closest to Mia's. And with a fluffy brush, I'm going to dust that all over the lid to the brow bone. I will sometimes gently lift her brow with my thumb so I can reveal that lid to make sure I'm getting the color evenly distributed. Next, I'm going in with 2 shades darker than our lightest shade. This will be our mid-tone, and I'm placing that from the lash line to just above where it would be visible with her eyes open, so like halfway to the brow bone. I'm blending it following the upturned shape of her eyes, so I'm blending up towards the temple. Next, I am taking that first shade on a fluffy brush, and A-B-B, always be blending. I'm going to be blending those first 2 shades together. Next, I am taking that second mid-tone shade with a pencil brush, and I'm going on the first half of her lower lash line. Then I'm going to be scribbling it up to the outer third of her lid space towards the temple. This is going to create awesome dimension and accentuate her shape. I'm blending it pretty far down on the outer corner of her lower lash line, connecting it to the upper lash line. When we don't have a lot of lid space, we can really open things up by going under the eye and out. And I'm always blending between each layer. Next, with that pencil brush, we are going into our deepest shade. I'm going to lift that lid and smudge this along the lash line. If you have a more true monolid, go ahead and place this all over the non-visible lid, just up to where you could see it with your eyes open. As I'm getting closer to the outer corner, my line is getting thicker and smudging up. I am blending that in, hugging the ball of her eye again to add dimension and also to help map out where we're going to put liner. I'm also going to swing this shade to the first half of the lower lash line to further add dimension and open up the eye in that area as well. Shimmer time. I'm going to be taking this rosy gold shimmer with a thin flat brush, and I'm going to be using this to pull parts of the eye forward and add sparkle. First place I'm doing this is the center of the lid. I go from the lash line in a line all the way up to the top of the actual ball of her eye. Then my favorite place to put shimmer, which is a thin line going from the inner corner, curving between the nose contour and the contour of your inner eye. You can really see this when you tilt your head back. It adds amazing dimension. And lastly, I'm taking that on the second half of the lower lash line. This is a Korean beauty trend called aegyo-sal, or under eye fat. It makes the eyes look larger, cuter. It's like you're always smiling with your eyes. I do it every day. It's so adorable. Liner, here we go. For liner, I'm taking a brown gel. I actually mixed it with a little bit of Duraline, which is a mixing medium that rehydrates a product and also makes it uber waterproof, so it's great smudge prevention. And I'm going to start with a push liner, which is basically stamping, pushing, and wiggling your brush right into the lash line. This is a great way to define the eyes when the lids aren't visible. You can leave it here and be done, but here's how I do a wing. I'm actually going to be taking the line straight out just like a centimeter first before I angle up. This is a trick I learned from Joni-san on TikTok. It's a great thing to do if you have hooded, monolid, or downturned eyes. It really makes a wing flow way better with the natural shape. So after I take it out, I angle it slightly up, and then to connect it in, I find it much easier to drag the brush in to connect the wing to the lash line, as opposed to dragging it out from lash line to wing. There's less skips this way. Make sure in this process you are looking straight in the mirror to avoid that liner disappearing when you open your eyes. And just like with hooded eyes, dragging that liner in, you have to bulldoze over any folds and any creases to keep that line straight when you are looking straight. Go slow, add little by little, keep the eyes looking straight in the mirror. I know you got this. I went in after with a liquid liner to sharpen the line a bit and then smudged some shadow over it all for a natural look. I had Mia curl her own lashes because I seriously have a phobia of it. I cannot curl my or other people's lashes. It scares the crap out of me. But do this step now before we apply mascara. Mascara is done. Mia mentioned that she had very sparse lower lashes, so I am going to be drawing on lower lashes with this brow pen. I am once again going to reference you to a Joni-san TikTok because she has an amazing tutorial on drawing on bottom lashes. False lashes. I feel like lashes that taper out towards the end are best for monolids. I'm also going to be trimming the lash so it stops about 2/3 of the way into her eye. I don't want any lash where that epicanthic fold curves in, as I think it can close up the eye and also be uncomfortable for you. If you are having trouble getting the lash on, it could be because the curve of the lash band does not match the curve of your eye. So try cutting your lash into 3 sections and putting them on 1 section at a time so it's tailored to your shape and it's more flexible. I'm applying glue, letting it dry for 30 seconds, and then gently using my thumb on the brow to lift the lid and applying my lash. And that's it. There we go. An everyday look for beautiful monolid eyes. Mia looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at her stunting on them like, she looks so cute. We worked in light layers to define, accentuate, and enhance her beautiful eyes, and she looks amazing. That was so cute. It was so fun to not only do Mia's makeup, but learn from her what she knows works best from her experiences. She looked absolutely amazing, and I love the look that we created together. Let me know if you guys try it. Let me know if you like it, and I hope you guys have such an amazing day. I love you. Okay. Bye. Hello. Bye.